All right, hi everybody. So I decided that I will make a little video of some of the problems that are on the 4.7 stoichiometry sheet. Basically just me going over those problems. Not all of them, but I'll post the answer key for all of them. But the problems that I'm going to go over are kind of the more challenging ones, or the ones that I want you to see that there's a pattern that you can use to solve any problem that is similarly worded or given to you. Okay. So the first one is how many milliliters of 0.250 molar potassium hydroxide will react with 15 milliliters of a 0.350 molar sulfuric acid solution? And then the equation has been given to you right here. Okay. So whenever you have been given two molarities and one volume, and they're asking for the second volume of the different compound, of a different compound, you should be using the molarity and the volume of one of the components to get to the moles of that component, and then from moles of that component to get to the moles of the second component, and then the volume of that component. So that's your plan, okay? So here we are going to start with the 0.015 liters or 15 milliliters of I believe it's sulfuric acid. Yep, H2SO4. And I'm going to use this molarity, 0.350, because molarity is just moles over liters, right? So I'm going to use the molarity as actually a conversion factor. So moles over 1 liter of H2SO4. That'll allow me to cancel out the liters here, and that gives me the moles of H2SO4, right? Then I can get the moles of potassium hydroxide by looking at the mole-to-mole ratio between sulfuric acid and potassium hydroxide. So for every 1 mole of sulfuric acid, I have 2 moles of potassium hydroxide. That gives me 0.0105 moles of KOH. I tend not to round until I get to the end, okay? So now the way to find the volume of potassium hydroxide is to just do this. You have 0.250 molar solution, which is equal to 0.0105 moles of KOH over some volume of KOH, right? So volume is therefore equal to 0.0105 moles divided by 0.250. Yep, that gives me, let me see, 0.042 liters of KOH. You can either translate this to milliliters or leave it as it is. And in milliliters, it's just 42 milliliters of KOH. There we go.